Love you with all my heart. Can't you see? You're the reason why I jot these lines down so frantically, anxiously, anticipating the next body dropping. Watch my back, can shake the feeling that somebody's watching. Blood in my canteen, life or death situation, piercing metal sever limbs, bullets like precipitation. Muster up energy, empty my magazine. Grenade took my entire left side, so you know I had to scream. I know death is near, ain't no point in trying to hope. Grim Reaper behind the sniper, kinda hyper, and I'm in the eye of the scope. So much hatred, everyone thinks these villains are sick. One runs up on me, best believe I'm gonna be killing him quick. The sky's black, my eyes black, 5 past 5, and I've been running. Another wise crack, don't try that. Kid from Iraq yells, incoming. Symphony of gunshots, smell the blood drops, and the mud rots my flesh cause I only got on one sock. Iraqi replaced by Jamaican, gun cocked. So now I hear about 2 types of blood clots. Slug shots hit me hard, but I remain unfazed, look bored like it was Monday and disregard. Clutch my Jesus pieces and storm beaches as if the whole world's in my own reaches. And the aftermath of mass killing has revealed that feeling is my own weakness. Peep this. Haunting glimpses of any corpse, of many soldiers, provide heavy boulders for my young and unready shoulders. Fear like a poison is the darkness taking over my brain with any hope of light, scared. Within my brain going insane, endlessly being pursued by those nightmares. Nearing the end, couldn't care less whether or not you liked the tone. I was inspired by my undying love for you to write this poem. I gotta go, landmine's about to blow in 1 hour and I got to pass. No marijuana, I get high off gunpowder and toxic gas.
Serious speakers showed that they and I weren't the same, and great leaders like MLK, Malcolm X, and politics ran the game. The game where formulated words changed what society became. Words so influential, riots broke out in their name, and their passions and fury couldn't ever be contained. I learned these words of thought and expression grew like a flame into the minds of you and I. Here I developed my interpretation of an ideal society. But when I view the actual reality of here and now, I never imagined the disdain society gave me. Pillars of greed and hate support what we misunderstand as hope. Our minds are restrained to the boundaries of a barbed fence. We're then herded like sheep by an apparent shepherd, milked like cattle for all we can produce. And only when the young can feel this circle of deception, we're finally slaughtered like chickens. A system so efficient we aren't slaughtered at the shepherd's hands, yet we still fall at the hands of our own devices. Blindly turned upon one another in indirect fashion. I'm unsure of how to respond when hope and morale within a bound mind is nothing more than the substance greed and hate supports within its bounds. Prejudice fury still infects life. Even the mentally strong will succumb to political strife. Some have come to support prejudice ideals instead of sharing hot meals. Society is stricken with selfishness. Those without are brought to selflessness. Every day society is stricken to undue hate over matters controlled by fate. As a whole, society is justly demented by decree. Yet under that profile, we all fall in somewhere in between to some degree. Yes, even you and me. We must change ourselves substantially. And in the words of Bruce Lee, you don't pray for an easy life. You pray for the strength to endure a difficult one.
Fam over friends. That's something that's forgotten from the front into the copping, to the pump into the rocking. Speak something when you're talking. Somewhere along the lines, maybe from all the lies that we're hearing all the time. Or from friends over fam to fam over friends. Bends over man to band over bends. How would it even happen only God understand? It went from plan over gems to gems over plans. But it's fam over friends. Just thought that I'd remind you that when you lose your way, your fam's there to find you. Whether you choose to stay, your fam's there behind you. And if you don't believe me, you've honestly been lied to. It's fam over friends. But that's something that's forgotten from the front into the copying, to the pump into the rocking. Speak something when you're talking, somewhere along the lines, maybe even along the lines that we're hearing all the time.
That's what's up.
Dear Santa Claus, hey Santa Claus, it's me, Victoria, here with another vignette. Because the letter I wrote to you last year, I guess you didn't get it. And the letter before that, let's say that you lost it. But Santa Claus, anyway, can you please bring me my mother back? Because she traded me in for the streets. I lost her to sex, money, and crack. Hey Santa Claus, don't you hear me? Stop for me. Hey Santa Claus, I'm writing my letter rapidly so you can send her to me quickly. And dear Santa Claus, my little brother needs a heart transplant and soon. If he doesn't get it, he's gonna die this afternoon. So in Santa Claus, my grandmother died from AIDS. She has no more days. Can you send me one of those too? And my best friend deserted me. Misery and goodness, they left me. Santa Claus, I need those the world, so can you send me another? And my father, I need one, a good one, your best. Not one that'll rape me and abuse me like all of the rest. Oh, Santa Claus this year, I can't wait for my gifts, because under the tree all I wanted was a family.
8 in the morning, I arrive at the office, sipping on a coffee. I'm feeling kind of bossy. Open up the blinds just to look out the window. I see a plane coming, but never thought it could've. Then what it did in that millionth of a second, I paused for a second, feeling all relentless, thinking about all the little things I took for granted. Man, I can't stand it. 8 in the morning, I arrive at the office, sipping on a coffee. I'm feeling so bossy. Open up the blinds just to look out the window. I see a plane coming. I start to get nervous. It keeps getting closer and closer and closer. Now it's in the building. The earth gets to shaking. My knees get to quaking. In my mind I get to thinking, oh my God, my life's being taken. 5 in the noon, I arrive at the crib, turn on the television, I see the incident. Puffs of smoke and flame like a volcano went insane. Citizens of the area running around all the range. Footage caught on tape just to play over again, and again, and again. I'm speechless, don't know what to say, cause ooh, I can't believe it. It's unfortunate. 5 in the noon, I'm under a pile of bricks and all my wife can think about is, did he pick up them kids? The telephone rings, hello, is this so-and-so? Well, yes it is, the caller proceeds with info. The phone drops to the ground as my wife stands back, holding her chest like she's having a heart attack. Tears trickling down. How is she to tell the kids? The kids, because they'll remember this for every minute that they live.
Did you know? She cries because she's in excruciating pain because she can't eat. Rolled onto her backside, no food for relief. Do you know? While her dad pretends not to hear her screams, he knows there's no food she hasn't eaten in weeks. So she searches for rats in the hot sun underground to roast. You see, you think you know, but you don't know. Nobody here knows. And it's easy for us, we just stuff ourselves with whatever's in our kitchen. But what you don't know is that she's slowly dying of diseases and malnutrition. Did you know? Did you want to know? Why do people hate me sometimes just don't want to live anymore? Why they scream and they cry because they can't take it anymore? And when her arms get smaller and her stomach gets bigger, it really starts to painfully hurt. Her only option for a meal is some water and dirt. Did you know? She lives a hungry life and she suffers early death and she wonders if she's blessed through her stomach's emptiness. Did you know, do you know, maybe you can't because her pain's not yours. And even though you see the 1-800 commercials on TV talking about pain and starvation, even so, see, you think you know, but you don't know. No one in here knows.